I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the January 12th Commissioners Conference. Before we start the meeting, just like to make a few comments about what happened last week at the Capitol and with our elections and everything. And just a reminder, one of the things my grandfather used to tell me is, when it's great, you never think it's going to get bad. And when it's bad, you never think it's going to get better. And those things are both false. We only need to look around us to realize what a great town, great community, great country we live in. It doesn't feel that great right now, but the pendulum will swing back. So just grab your loved ones or family and give them a hug and just pray for our country right now. So you guys want to say something?
I would agree with you.
Yeah, so just stay the course. One of the other things my grandfather used to say is, we have the worst form of government on the planet, except for every other form of government. So remember that. So anyhow, into our business. Any unfinished business or correspondence, Karen? Thank you. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting dated December 17th, 2020 as presented. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Matson?
Yes.
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to approve invoices in the amount of, an old one up. It would be $1,261,749.09 for the period of December 18th, 2020 through January 12th, 2021. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Matson?
Yes.
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to approve pending invoices in the amount of $829,654.70.
Second?
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Matson?
Yes.
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Motion carries. I didn't cross that last one off. Are we on 6 right now? Okay. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion that the actual gross payroll in the amount of $257,601.26 be approved for payment for period December 6th through December 19th, 2020. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Matson?
Yes.
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion that the actual gross payroll in the amount of $267,201.10 be approved for payment for the period December 20th, 2020 through January 2nd, 2021. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for vote.
Mr. Matson?
Yes.
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion that the tentative gross payroll in the amount of $258,900 be approved for payment for the period January 3rd through January 16th, 2021. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Matson?
Yes.
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Motion carries. Next under the agenda, looking for a motion to enter into an agreement with Anderson and Keim Employee Benefits Incorporated to assist the county in preparing and complying with the new reporting requirement under the Affordable Care Act at no cost to the county for reporting year 2020.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Is that, so that was the backdated, or is that 2021? So we
It's
did
for
this.
last year.
It was for last year. Okay, just make sure we have it right. It was for last year.
Big pile.
Yes, thank you very much. We voted on that one. Call for vote?
Mr. Matson?
Yes.
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Motion Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to enter into an abstracting agreement with Cindy Smathers for distribution purposes, offset tax claim sales and judicial sales and/or private sales. Term of said contract shall be January 1 through December 31st, 2021. County shall pay $15 an hour or a maximum of $75 per abstract title upon completion.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
This is the same as Tim.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to approve the following grant application for assistance as submitted by the Hotel Tax Committee. Kendall Creations for the printing of 20,000 maps at $4,400 and PA on display 49 slots to contain maps for 6 months. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
These are mirror maps that the committee come up with, and they're all the tourism spots in the county. So it's a nice map, and they went out for bids to all the printers in the county, and that Kendall's Creations, from what I understand, was cheap.
So we bid with the printers inside the county, no one outside the county. That's good too. We kept our business low. Okay, great.
Again, from what I understand.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes. Yes.
Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to adopt resolution number 2020-01, approving the FY 2020 Community Development Block Grant Competitive Program application on behalf of Henderson Township for financial assistance in the amount of $2,755,275 and authorizing its submission to the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes. This grant application is for funding to replace all the water lines and the installation of an elevated water storage tank for the Henderson Township Municipal Authority's water system in the village of Stump Creek. The existing system experiences numerous leaks due to inadequate installation of the original water lines. And these leaks do not allow the water storage tank to maintain the capacity needed to provide adequate water supply and pressure to the residents connected to the system. And in 2019, the community experienced water shortages and had to have water buffaloes and portable shower unit brought in to meet the needs of the residents. This project will resolve the problems with the leaks and provide a water system that will be able to meet the needs of the residents connected to the water system.
Excellent. Thank you, Bill. Any further discussion?
How many people, Bill? And I apologize to get the number.
Approximately 112 homes are connected to that system. Total people, I don't have that with me right here.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to enter into a grant agreement with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, contract number C0000755520 in the amount of $232,123 for the Community Development Block Grant CARES CDBG-CV program. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, this is additional CDBG money that was allocated through the CARES Act. And the county will be using their allocation of approximately $136,245 to provide grants to small businesses for job creation and retention. The grants will probably not exceed $5,000. The businesses will have to have less than 100 employees and less than $1 million in sales to be eligible for this. Punxsutawney will be using their allocation of $60,694 for installation of a new HVAC system in the community center's fitness center. I know, but I'll just go through it all now.
All right, fair enough.
And $35,184. $184 will be retained for grant administration.
Any further discussion?
How do they have to contact you now or what?
The businesses?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the process right now, of putting the application packet together. Once we have all that in place and we actually have the money available, then we'll make an announcement. Probably through a commissioners meeting that the funds are available. We're anticipating to put an application online like we had for the previous CARES Act funds, to have people apply that way.
And again, what are those grants capped at?
$5,000.
$5,000, okay. Excellent.
By getting in touch, we'll be working together, kind of the same process as we did through the last process. Get businesses out there to know about it, and so how we work to get out to them who qualify under their guidelines.
Okay, excellent.
And just a reminder, to put this in the press, this money is for job retention and creation. It's not for any type of loss due to the COVID pandemic.
To reiterate that, is for any job retention.
Retention and creation, yeah, if you create a new job or retain a job, then you'd be eligible for this funding.
Okay, excellent.
That means they have to hire an employee and keep them.
Hire one or keep one.
Yes, hire one and keep one on.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to enter into an agreement with the Borough of Punxsutawney to provide the borough with FFY 2020 CDBG-CD funding in the amount of $60,694 to carry out the Punxsutawney Community Center's Fitness Center improvements. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? You just mentioned about it in the last.
Right, so that's for the installation of a new HVAC system at the fitness center, Punxsutawney Community Center.
All right, great. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to enter into the Consulting Engineering Service Agreement Amendment CV-C20-1 with Gwynn Dobson and Foreman Incorporated in the amount of $18,000 for engineering services for the Borough of Punxsutawney Community Center's Fitness Center improvements. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Now, this will be for the Gwynn Dobson and Foreman to design the HVAC replacement project and put the project out for bid.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to reappoint Tony Fasheen of Brockway to the Jefferson County Fair Authority to a 5-year term. Ms. Fasheen's term will expire December 31st, 2026. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to rescind the appointment of Dan Park of Brookville to the Jefferson County Conservation District Board of Directors. It was determined by the Department of Agriculture that Mr. Park is more a farmer director than a public director, to which he was appointed to serve. Public director position will be filled at a later date. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yeah, I just probably want to say here, it's a shame, he has somebody that wants to help out, and Dan would have been great for this, and he's very active in things, but again, we will find somebody for that. Thank you.
So there is a farmer director position or multiples, but they're already filled. Is that
Yes, they
right?
are, and Dan's is full-time farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He races tractor.
Yeah.
Okay, any further discussion on that? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Motion carries. All right, next on the floor, I'm gonna give the floor to Tracy Zentz, the Director of Emergency Services, for an update on COVID-19. The floor is yours, Mr. Zentz.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
We sure can.
Okay. Just want to announce that starting on January 28th through February 1st, the Pennsylvania Department of Health, in conjunction with the county, will sponsor a COVID-19 mass testing site at the Du Bois Regional Airport, located at 377 Aviation Way in Reynoldsville. This will occur between the hours of 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. each day. The Department of Health has contracted with AMI Expeditionary Health Services to conduct this testing. The County Department of Emergency Service will act as the logistics coordinator for this site. This testing initiative is completely free to everyone between the ages of 3 years old and up who wants to get tested. AMI will ask for private insurance information to help cover the lab fees. However, if insurance is not available, AMI will submit to the federal government for reimbursement of costs. We'd like to take and thank the airport for their cooperation with this venture. AMI has conducted testing in approximately 60 counties within the Commonwealth under contract with the Department of Health. Their services include capturing the test culture, processing it at their lab, and then providing the test results to the individuals privately. I just want to mention that Jefferson County and the Department of Emergency Services will not collect any of the patient information. All that information will be kept confidential. There's no appointment needed, and individuals will be allowed to be tested without getting out of their vehicle. There will be accessibility for walk-up testing if needed, and the Department of Health believes that increased testing in the county is going to help assist in determining the prevalence of the virus and assist the county in moving forward. While the vaccines will be forthcoming, testing will give us a better picture of the spread of the virus, so vaccination clinics can be planned for in the near future. Right now, Jefferson County is in the substantial spread of the virus, which is at the highest rating currently listed. While case counts are coming down slightly, the virus is still present, and we want to do everything possible we can to eradicate it. I will mention that today's count has been the lowest since it's been in September, and the case count is 7. The death count has increased a little bit to 55. But we're hoping we can keep that down as well. So it is important that anyone that wants to get tested without any complication or concerns can get. Pop-up testing is not limited to just the county residents. Anyone in the neighboring counties or whoever's in the county for whatever reason will have an opportunity for testing. It's important that we continue to follow the mitigation measure guidelines of social distancing, washing hands, utilizing hand sanitizer, face covering, so forth. You know, what we have been doing since the beginning of this. What I can share with you is currently the county has been in daily talks with our hospitals and pharmaceutical providers preparing for and responding to the vaccination of our critical workforces and the public. The current initiative is to get all healthcare workers and first responders vaccinated first, as well as the older population within our long-term care facilities. The federal government has contracted with CVS and Walgreens pharmacies to provide the vaccines to those in the long-term care facilities as part of the Operation Warp Speed. We are going to continue to keep the dialogues with these facilities, make sure that no one is missed. As in the beginning of the COVID-19 response, these things continue to change rapidly. However, we will continue to do our best to keep on top of it for our county. And again, I just want to thank everybody that has been a partner with us this entire time, my staff, the commissioners, anybody that has helped us through this. It's been a challenge, but we're in it together. I'll be happy to answer any questions then. Thank you.
All right, Tracy, hey, just for bullet points, when is the testing open? What are the
It'll
dates?
open on, did you hear that? The Thursday, January 28th. It'll run through, February 1st, which is a Monday. It's gonna be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day, at the airport. When, people come into the airport, there'll be signs directing them on what to do. It should be pretty simple and straightforward, but, we'll have staff there and, assistants from state agencies to help direct people.
All right,
We want people to take advantage of this opportunity. Most times it was people that wanted to test had to have a, prescription or a note from the doctor to get this done. You won't need that for this test.
okay, now you bring your insurance card but the person will not be charged. It's either the state or the Fed or the insurance company is going to pick up the bill for this. Is that right?
That is correct. If someone has private insurance to help cover the lab fee, they're gonna process it through their insurance, but no copay, no out-of-pocket pay will be required. And again, if they don't have insurance, the federal government's gonna reimburse AMI.
And what's our capacity per day on testing? 450?
I believe it's 450 tests per day.
Okay. All right, so we have plenty of room, plenty of space out there. You don't have to get out of your car. Just drive to the airport between the 28th and the 1st, between 9 and 6, and you can get yourself a COVID test. Did I say that right, Tracy?
You said it perfectly.
All right. Any questions for Director Zentz?
Hey, Trace, just one other question. Is it what they consider a quick test or what kind of test? What are they? Or is that?
I believe it's gonna be like a 3 to 5 day test, where they have to take it back to their lab, test it, and then they will send the results back to you. So each day, my understanding is that once the tests are collected that day, they'll be sent to the lab, and then within 3 to 5 days, that everybody should receive the results. They're either gonna ask you for an email address or phone number or something, they contact you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Tracy. Without any other questions from Tracy? Thank you very much, and be safe out there.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, next on the agenda, we have a couple of announcements. We have a virtual meeting, January 26th, 10:30 a.m. at Jefferson Place, followed by the jail board virtual meeting at 12 p.m. at Jefferson Place. At this time, would like to open the floor. Well, no, actually, Jamie, do you have anything?
I would, remind people that as of yesterday, the Paycheck Protection Program opened back up. Federal government put money out there. The first people who can apply are people who did not get it at all. And beginning tomorrow, the second draw of people who already got it, who want more or want to re-modify can apply again. They need to see their local bank, goes to the banks. They can look on the SBA website to see there's an application. Prior information they can put in before going to the bank, but have all the documents in order. The 284 billion, the first time was 500 billion, so it probably won't last as long. But I would say if you're interested and did not get it, get to your local bank as soon as you can. That's really where it needs to go.
Or all the local banks?
Most of the local banks did the last time. I don't know any that did not. Either they did it through their own bank or they did it through a third party SBA provider. I would check with them to be sure they still are doing it, and if they are, what they need to do. The last time they were swamped. I'm not so sure it will be as radical as the first time, as many people, but I don't know that. But the people who have not done anything should get to the banks and see if they can do it right now. And it's been out in the news and everywhere, but anyways, just so the press, if anybody's listening, to be sure to remind people to do that. Small businesses do that.
Thank you, Jamie. You're welcome. Anything from the auditors? Doug, Ed? All right, I'd like to open the floor to public comments at this time. Jamie, could you check that screen behind you because it's not up here to see if there's any comments?
Oh.
On the right hand side.
I do not see anything.
Excellent. Okay, nothing on the, in the ether, out there, I guess. All right, without anything else, looking for a motion that the meeting be adjourned. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. Yes. Yes. Motion carries. Thanks, everybody.
They can get my phone.